What's going on, move makers? If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Moriah and I'm a flight attendant for a major airline. All right, so this video is going to be a little bit different, but I know this is a video that a lot of y'all have been requesting, so I've been trying to get this in as soon as possible. But let's go ahead and get into this video because I know y'all want to know, how did I get to this airline? So I want to start out by saying that everybody's process is different. Some people might hear back quicker. Some people, it might take months to hear back. It's all different. So I just want y'all to take this video as my personal experience. I also want to add that unfortunately, there are some details that I literally cannot talk about, but I would do my absolute best to make sure that I can explain everything. All right, so you already know the first step for me was submitting my application. I just made sure everything was nice and clean. My dates were updated, you know, the regular resume format type stuff. I submitted my application and I didn't hear anything back at first. So I was just like, okay, like maybe this is normal. Like, you know, I'm gonna hear back in a few days. But I was talking to the flight attendants who I was working with at the time because, as you guys know, I was working with Endeavor Air. So a lot of us were trying to get over to our company now. And they were telling me that, oh no, when I applied, I had got the assessment afterwards, which is the personality test. And I was just like, wait, I didn't get that. So I went back into the system and it just basically looked like I didn't apply. So I don't know, because I was trying to apply when I was in the crew lounge. So I was like, well, maybe the Wi-Fi wasn't working, didn't submit all the way, because I also didn't get like a confirmation email that I submitted my application. So I was like, you know what, let me just reapply essentially, because it seems like it didn't go through. So I took my time this time, making sure that I was going through the application like how I should. And then I submitted my application again. And then that's when I got the confirmation email and the assessment. Now, hopefully this doesn't happen to you because this really made me nervous, but I'm glad that I went back in and reapplied because I thought I already did. And it just seemed like the system just didn't catch it. So just double check, making sure that when you apply, everything's submitted correctly, because I don't want y'all to have a panic attack like how I did. So the assessment, I can't particularly talk about like the questions they ask and such. And to be honest, I don't even remember the type of questions that were on there, but definitely answer those as truthful as possible, y'all. Like, I know you want to put in the answer that they want to hear, but also like put in your answer. So after I completed my assessment, I got my invitation for my virtual interview and I was so excited because I was just like, oh my gosh, like this is it. And so this is step 2. Virtual interview is step 2. And I was like, okay, let's get it. But you guys, I did not hear a response until months after. Really, my whole entire interview process, hiring process, was about 6 months. It was definitely stressful because you're thinking like, do they still want me? Like, am I still in the running? But like, it's just a very lengthy process, but it's all part of it. So just take your time doing your research, learning about the company, saving tons of money, because once you get to training is rough and it's hard to make that extra coin here and there. So I would say that if you are interested right now in being a flight attendant and you are already in the hiring process, go ahead and start saving those coins and putting that aside for when you go into training, because training is 6 weeks and the pay isn't great. So, you know, definitely make sure you have something on the side so you are good to go. Okay, but back to the virtual interview. It was a great experience. I was actually able to talk to somebody. Some people have said that they have talked to a computer and did, you know, question, answer, and all that good stuff. But luckily, I was able to talk to an actual person, which I feel like is essentially better because you can make an actual connection with somebody versus a computer. So that worked out very well. But to be honest, you guys, I was very nervous after I did my interview because I was just like, well, I could have answered this better. I could have probably said this, or I could have added this. And I was just like, I don't know. I was talking to my mom. I was like, Mom, I don't know. And she was just like, no, like, don't think like that. And I was like, okay. But eventually I got a response back that I was going to the face-to-face, and y'all, like, literally, like, my eyes were just already like watering and everything, because I'm like, now this is the final step. The face-to-face is your step 3 and your last step through the hiring process. Now, of course, I cannot talk about the questions that were asked during the virtual interview, and with the face-to-face, I really cannot tell you guys the process, which I'm so sorry, because I know a lot of y'all, that's what y'all really want to know, and I want to tell you, I really do, but for one, it would really spoil the experience for you, and two, I just don't want to also get in trouble, but I really want y'all to enjoy the experience, because honestly, like, when I was talking to other flight attendants about it, they didn't really give me much either. And then once I got there, I was like, I understand why. Like, it's so much to it, but you will do amazing. I just have 3 big tips for the face-to-face, which is 1, be your complete self. I know that's cliche, but like, please be yourself, because they see it, they can read it, they know what's fake and not. Like, they know if you're like genuinely want to be there. So be your complete self. 2, make sure you are dressed up to the T. Like, I am a flight attendant and I'm walking in here like a flight attendant. You're having your hair nice, clean, pulled back in a bun. Now, granted, I didn't, I like my hair down, but honey, it was tight in a bun, because I want to let y'all know I wanted to be a flight attendant. So definitely make sure that you come in there showing up, showing out. But my biggest tip is my last one, and that is just to not overdo it. So it's great to communicate with other people who are there and talk to people, get to know people. That's great, but don't overdo it. That is my biggest tip, because I feel like that's what can kill the interview and the process, because they're like, okay, like, this person might be great, but it's a lot, So just be yourself and come in there, let them know why you want to be there. Why would you want to work for that company? Because that type of stuff really shows. What's going on, move makers? This is future me, because I did not add this very important clip into this video. So I'm going to add it in now before I get ready for this trip. So one of the most important things during your interview, virtual or face-to-face, is to make sure you answer your questions back in the STAR method. The STAR method is a great way for you to answer your question, because it allows you to cover all the bases of that answer. So for instance, the S in STAR means situation. You name exactly what happened. And then T is task. What did you do to help that situation, fix the situation? A is the actual actions that you did. R is the results or resolution. What was that end goal? What did you do in order for you to get to that point? I don't think this method is no longer required, but if you use this method, it's really going to help you stand out from the rest, because a lot of people are not answering those questions and they're not covering all the bases. They usually just say what happened in a certain situation and then like, this is how it ended and that's it. But like, the STAR method really gives it a nice story, and it just brings it to life, and the interviewers, they love it. All right, y'all, so that was just my little pop-in that I had to do, because it was just some information that I had to give you guys. So let's get back into the video. All right, so I know I couldn't give all the great juicy details about the hiring process, but I do hope this video helped. If you have any other questions, please let me know down in the comments, DM me. I do respond, and I love to hear y'all's questions. I'm seeing a ton of you guys reaching out and letting me know that you're in the process or that you are on your way to your face-to-face, and I absolutely love it. Like, congratulations to all of you all. And for those who haven't made it through the process quite yet, or if this just wasn't your time, it is okay. I promise you the opportunity is going to come again and you will get it. Again, everyone's process is completely different. I've heard so many stories like, oh, I've heard back right away and this, that, and the third. Honey, there was like a month, which, of course it was during the holidays. It was during December. I didn't hear anything during that time for the hiring process. So there's going to be times where you might not hear anything right away, but just keep going and keep faith that you are still in the running and you're gonna have your opportunity to go to your face-to-face. So just keep all of that good energy, because trust me, it's gonna be needed going further down the line. All right, you guys, so thank you so much for watching this video. Please, if you have any more questions, let me know down in my comments. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know exactly when I post, because my schedule is off. I'll admit to it, it's off, but I'm gonna fix it. It's just been so crazy, because every time I would like, okay, I'm ready to edit, okay, I'm ready to film this, I be so tired, y'all. Like, this is so different. Mainline is so different, but I love it. So anyway, I am going to be getting back on track. So it's gonna get better, but definitely check out on my social media. My TikTok, I'm growing my TikTok, so check me out there as well. I post shorter flights on my TikTok, such as like red eyes and such, because it just doesn't fit like as well on YouTube, and you can still fit everything kind of like on TikTok. And always remember, when you make a move, make sure it's for you. I will see y'all next time. Bye.